line, people know you, Nonie, and they just want to see what does Nonie have. And you see the garages that we have in Nairobi, there's so many.
Yeah.
And some parts are mentioned, the mechanics already have name Nonie in the head.
Yeah.
Nonie anaweza kuwa nayo. Let's call Nonie. Let's ask from Nonie. So Nonie is now a brand. Not a very small brand.
Yeah.
Maybe in the teething age, you have your own challenges. But you can be very sure, if you become consistent and continue doing what you're doing, you're going to get somewhere. You're going to get somewhere. And something else, the integrity that you have. Your name doesn't have muddy spots, as I can call them muddy spots. So you continue being good and it is going to pay back. So now, Nonie, what do you have here? Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching this video from. Welcome back to Two Wheels Paradise. My name, as usual, is Meshach, and today I have a special one. You see? With me here is a lady. I'm very sure if you are a motorcyclist and you happen to operate around Nairobi region, you must have heard the name Nonie. Maybe you know her, maybe you have heard the name, or maybe you haven't. I'm introducing that name to you right now, Nonie. She is one of the veterans in the industry of motorcycle spares and gears. And here we are with some of what she has. She's going to introduce herself properly to you and tell us what she does, where the location is, and how you can access her. As you know, this channel, the Two Wheels Paradise, is all about growth. I want to introduce you to the best deals in town. I want you to do the best rides. I want you to have the best training in everything, including how to buy a motorcycle, how to ride it, from where to buy it, which one to buy and which one to avoid. Today, it's all about the motorcycle spares and gears, and I have a veteran. Nonie, karibu sana to the show. Talk to these people. They are watching you.
Okay, thanks for the introduction. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. It's an amazing job what you're doing, actually. Educating and creating awareness for the bikers. It's really spectacular. Okay, so...
I thank God for it. And you see now it is all possible because of people like you who are inviting us and also accepting our own invitations when we invite ourselves. Because sometimes we just hop into the shops and we invite ourselves, and you guys are so gracious. You're just accepting us. So now, Nonie,
yes,
I know so many people in this country have heard the name Nonie, those who are in the motorcycle world.
Okay.
Because of spares, gears, and stuff that you sell.
Yeah.
But I know there are some of them who have never seen you. They only know the name Nonie. Nataka brake pads, iko kwa Nonie. Nipe namba yake, tumana, mtu wa boda, garage. Like, most of them have been operating that way, I know. Because personally, the first time I interacted with you was on phone. I bought stuff and they were delivered to me. I never even saw you. So now I know we have thousands of people who have done that for the years you have been in this industry. They would like to know exactly who Nonie is. Who is this Nonie we are talking about?
How do you know? Explaining yourself is a very, very difficult. But in simpler ways, professionally, Nonie is a rider. Used to actually ride an off-road model. Nonie is also an entrepreneur. So in business, selling the after-sales services and accessories for, of course, the private biker community to enhance their riding habit, and also, you know, to access each and every other aspect that they need. That is in my power that they need, that is. So basically, I think in a nutshell, that's what I could say.
Yeah, true.
That's who I am.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Now, how many years have you been in this industry?
Wow, since 2018 April, but at the time I was actually employed selling motorcycles.
Oh.
Yes.
Till
now.
Because I think the first time I heard the name Nonie, you were in some company selling bikes.
Yes, yes.
Before now you decided to go solo and establish yourself.
Exactly.
How do you see it from being employed, selling spare parts and bikes, and employing yourself, selling the same stuff. How do you see it?
The transition, I would say it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because at the time I was so used to just dealing with bikes, following up with the logbooks and all that. A bike has gotten an accident at night, quoting the spares, explaining the specifications and what to get out of purchasing this particular bike. So transitioning from that to self-employed and not now selling bikes, but now doing the after-sales service part of bikes has been quite a challenge at the time because there are some customers that were so used to me selling bikes. So now getting them to adopt to this other side was one thing. The other thing also on a personal end, you know, when you're employed, you have the safety net of a salary.
Yeah, true.
So when you're on this side, now you
the
have
job
to...
security.
You have to now know your overhead cost, you have to do your petty cash, you have to balance a lot of things, and now the roles are more compared to then, but I will never ever regret it.
Because now here, as an entrepreneur, you are everything.
True.
You need to know where these things are coming from.
True.
You also need to vet them. How genuine are they from wherever they are coming from?
True.
You need to know how long they will take.
Yeah.
The costing.
Yeah.
You also have to pay yourself a salary and pay your staff.
Yes.
You also have to pay rent for some establishment like this one. And everything is on you.
Yes.
But now on the other end of being employed, you just have to worry about your docket.
Yes.
The job description is the only worry you have. But here you don't have any job description.
Exactly.
You are the business is you.
Exactly.
So the challenge has to be there. But in the long run, I do believe you will appreciate what you started.
Oh, I do.
Even now you have already
do.
started appreciating what you have.
I really do. I think there's something I've learned in this life. Like, you can't be so hard on yourself. You just have to learn on every mistake. But each and every day is a new lesson. And you have to take the lesson very gracefully, whether it's positive or negative.
You have to take it. And you have to take it standing.
Exactly. You can't fall down.
You have to take it standing. Because it is on you. If you fail, everything fails, including the people who are depending on you. Because now, on the other side, you are employed, you are depending on some individuals who are in the management.
Yes.
Now you are the management, you are everything. So people are depending on you.
True.
So you have to be strong and also be very candid. You don't have to just make hasty decisions and stuff like that. I really appreciate what you're doing because not only you are one of a kind. You are saving a lot of people out here, even if most of them don't know you. That's what I'm saying. They said someone go pick this, or they call you, said it, Uber here, Uber there. You are saving people with what you are selling because we have a lot of shops that are selling motorcycle gear, but they don't have parts. So now you have sold me a helmet, knee guards, boot, and everything. I am in my off-road shenanigans somewhere in Magandi. I go down, my bike breaks something. I am okay myself, so I am not worrying about myself because you sold me the gear, but I'm worrying about the bike. Yes, I'm going to tow the bike back to Nairobi. Then what? Now that is where we have these things. You have really saved a lot of people. I would like to let you know openly that your name is big in this industry. And the reason why I decided to actually visit you is because I have realized a lot of people don't know you, and we have a lot of new bikers. I have been in the biking industry for over 10 years as a rider. I have never done business in the motorcycle industry. I don't sell gear, I'm just there. It's only that these days I'm starting to advocate for some brands of bikes here and there. But for you who is in it, importing things, bringing them to us, you guys are really saving us. Because some of these things, people try to import them for themselves. Some of the items even never come. Others will come 6 months later. You need some side mirror here, stuff. Yeah, you're really saving us. And we really appreciate us bikers. Now, tell me, Nonie, what motivated you to get into the motorcycle industry? There are so many things you could have done. This is a question I always ask. What really pushed you to get into the motorcycle industry? You could have gone to stockbroking, a lot of fashion and accessories and stuff, selling cars. You could have been employed in a supermarket, a bank, somewhere. A lot of things you could have done as a young woman. But you really decided, I want motorcycles. What really pushed you to this?
Well, it's by chance, because at the time was, as I said, I started in 2018, April. I was looking for a job, actually. I wasn't actually specific. I just wanted,
so you are open for anything that the life is going to offer?
At that time, if life is going to throw this, I was like, okay, so
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm just going to take it gracefully and hold on until I get something better. So that's how I stumbled on it. And at the time, where I used to work, it was a bit competitive. So no one would actually take you through the specifications or the bike models. So you can imagine you have targets to make and sell.
You have sales to do?
Yes.
But you are struggling to understand.
You don't even know this. You don't even know what this motorbike is. You don't know anything about CC. You don't know anything about specifications, the PSI that a tire should have. You don't even know when the service intervals are. But now you have a target. So I started learning more from YouTube in regards to motorcycle specifications, but I think I got more serious into it in 2019 June, around 2019 June.
Almost 1 year later.
Yeah, almost 1 year later, because at the time that's when Jincheng came to the country in 2019. So yeah, and it was a new brand. So the aspect was, okay, fine. At that time, sports bikes were actually growing. The Chinese sports bike, let me be very specific.
Actually,
Chinese sports bike.
You were working with BMG Holdings.
Yes.
Because I remember, I think the first time I heard your name was mentioned by someone with a Jincheng about spare parts and I think something. Okay. So now you have gotten into the motorcycle sales.
Yeah.
You have started learning YouTube.
Yes. So from YouTube, no, at the time still, I was just, doing a video of the bike, just posting it and all that, just simple. And actually, funny enough, at that time, it used to also get so much traction, believe it or not. Then gradually it built and I started now learning the specifications and getting conversant with the specifications, and actually everything picked up actually. Because it was a marketing model that I used that at that time people were not using. So COVID came in 2020,
The whole world is shut down.
Yes. And in Kenya, there are so many counties that were on lockdown, and matatus were no longer carrying the full capacity.
Yeah, it was, how many were they? There was a seat, a whole line from front to the back that was supposed to be empty.
Exactly.
In between you and me, you have another seat, it has to be empty because of the COVID. Yeah, I remember it is one of the worst moments this world has seen. And it is something that we should pray to God that it never happens again, because COVID was a disaster. We have seen world wars, we have seen other pandemics, a lot of things, but COVID was very, very special, very, very special, because it is the first time we have seen mosques and churches getting closed. In history of humanity, churches never closed even the times of war, but COVID closed churches.
Very true.
So that was a very, very serious moment in this world. So now bikes are here, we have COVID.
Yes. So now, instead of slowing down the business, because now bikes are here and there's COVID, due to that aspect of people are not conversant with this disease, people now wanted to buy bikes because people didn't want to actually use the matatus.
I want to be alone.
Everybody now wanted to use a bike. So the sales of bikes, I believe it was across all the board, from each and every company, from Mark Holdings to Kainjan, each and every company saw a skyrocket in sales in COVID because of bikes.
And especially the small bikes, the small CC bikes, because now they were a bit affordable, a bit affordable, especially now the ones you guys were selling. Quite affordable.
And plus, you see, now with a bike, even if you wanted to go from, even though Nairobi County was closed, it was easier to access a different county, let's say from Nairobi to Kajiado or Nairobi to Kiambu using the motorcycle. Because now matatus, there was the curfew, so the matatus, by 7 p.m., there's no matatu.
Yeah.
So that actually aggravated everything. And in the same year, in 2020, the same COVID year, August, that's when I started my business. Because now you can see, yes.
So you have already
at the height of COVID.
You have already quit The employment?
No, I'm still in the employment.
Oh, but you have a side hustle.
Yes, in the employment.
Hey, that was bold of you. We are in the middle of a disaster, but you're thinking about how to tap into this.
You always have to look for an opportunity.
Yeah.
Life is
You're
always
thinking about how to tap into COVID because it is here.
Yes.
It is with us.
So at that time, clients would, like, I would sell the motorcycle, the sports bike from 180cc all the way to like 400cc. But you can imagine, this is a private biker. The helmet that we used to give this client was a standard helmet.
Yeah,
The yellow standard helmet.
The ones that we don't talk a lot about. I know those ones.
So it's a yellow standard helmet. The bike itself does not actually meet.
Even lighting it out, the showroom with that thing, looks odd. Definitely doesn't look good. Light from minute one doesn't look good. So someone needs this.
The looks of it, the other thing is the safety aspect.
Yeah, it's not safe.
Because of course with this particular bike, the speed is way higher compared to like a normal motorcycle. Then you also have to look at the clientele that is buying these bikes. These are, 90% are actually men between the age of 18 to all the way up to 45, as old as 45. But these are men in the middle class society.
And some of them are people with money.
Yes, yes, financially.
You also have to remember the aspect of someone is actually the problem was working from home.
Yes.
The working from home aspect. It made people so idle to a point just want to be out.
Yes.
I'm not going to Ushago, up country, because we have roadblocks in Syokimau, we have another one in Thika, we have another one in Kabete. You can't go out of Nairobi. But Nairobi is so huge.
Yeah.
You can spend time with people out there, and again, learning errands. I want to be quick, go back. So working from home actually was one of the aspects that accelerated the sales of bikes.
Yes.
And they are bought by people with money.
Yes.
Someone who can afford these things.
Yeah.
But now you are gifting them the yellow helmet.
Yeah, the yellow one. So there was this client, I vividly remember, it was like, me, Nonie, I'm not going to take that helmet.
Is it Chukui?
Yeah, me, I'm not taking that helmet. Neither am I living with this bike
helmet.
without a good helmet. And I was like, hey, now what do I do?
Kumeshikana kidogo.
What do I do? So I make a call. I made a call locally, and I was like, do you have a DOT certified helmet? And he was like, yeah, I do. How much? Nini. So I tell the client, I can get you this helmet at this particular price, blah, blah, blah. It was brought within, I think, 30 minutes. And he was happy. He left the helmet. And I was like, yeah, he did. Proudly.
Sitaki.
Proudly.
I have no relationship with this thing.
He said even my pillion cannot even my pillion cannot use this one.
But you also know it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
So I was like, I've spoken, here's where I work. These guys are not willing. I've told them so many times, let's give these people a better quality helmet. Yeah, even though we're going to be getting a small margin from it, considering they're taking the motorcycle and they're paying cash. These are clients that are paying cash.
These are guys with money.
Not credit.
They don't even care about your payment plans because they don't want it. All what they want is a bike.
Exactly.
I'm buying. You had the touring. There was a touring 400cc, I think, the orange one.
Yes.
So now you can imagine someone is paying all that money to get that 400cc, and then what they are getting is that yellow helmet. Definitely there was a crack in the wall. You needed to fill that one.
Yeah. So at the time I saw like they were more into making their own margins from bikes, and I was like, I've tried, but now how far can you try?
There's always so far you can go.
Exactly.
Beyond which now you can't help anymore.
So a friend of mine was like, Nonie, you have this clientele, you have this network, why don't you bring this? And I was like, why not? So I actually imported by first consignment, but the helmets are from China. Right, they're DOT certified and all that. And they came with the tinted visor. All of them were tinted. So the sales were okay, because I sold everything. However, there's a client of mine that was like, Nonie, I'm not going to buy this helmet. And I asked him, why? And he was like, I want an ECE certified helmet. And the other thing is, when I brought those helmets, I never thought of now this helmet could have sold it. Where am I going to get the visor? I never thought of that. I was like,
oh, because now someone will snap the visor tomorrow and they know Nonie sold me the helmet. So Nonie has to get the visor apende asipende.
Yes.
So now...
So the helmet only had the DOT certification.
Yeah, the DOT, yeah.
And if you were to Google, like, let's say the brand name outside there, you wouldn't actually hear. There were no reviews about the helmet. So it's like the main essence of me doing this business, other than making a profit out of it, is also to enhance your riding experience. Because if you buy this from me, indirectly or directly, you are advertising for me. Indirectly or directly, right? So if the quality is that bad, there's no way how you're going to come back to me and purchase.
That's a brand ambassador who is in pain. You cannot expect a lot from that person.
Yes.
And even if they are going to contribute, they will contribute negatively.
Yes.
That
person will not come back because the experience or the service that he anticipated from the helmet, it will protect him, but is it long term? So I started thinking, long term, short term, yes, but long term, no.
It's not.
So I decided now to source for better quality helmets, not the ECA helmets. So that's why I stumbled on SMK and all that, and things started picking up from there till now. So that's in 2020. I was still operating the business informally, so I got my first shop location in the same year, November 2020. So it was actually picking up very well. I tell you, COVID was just good. So in 2021, July, yes. So where I used to work, they find out that I have a business. I have a shop.
Hey, Makosa. They have now found out.
Yeah, they found out.
Nonie is not only depending on this, she has something else.
Yes.
Of which, for a corporate, they'll feel the pain. Because they expect you to be here full time.
But I think my rationalism at that time was, you guys are not bringing the products that I'm selling.
So we are not competing?
Yes, because at the time I was not doing spares. I was just doing the riding gear alone. So I was like, yes, maybe they do collide, but I tried telling you guys. You never listened.
There's no valid conflict of interest because I'm not bringing tires, I'm not bringing brake pads, I'm not bringing stuff that you sell.
Yes.
I'm not competing with the employer. I am only doing what you are not doing. But basically someone will feel it. Somehow, someone will feel it. Actually,
they felt it. Because they called me for a meeting. I can actually remember. It was on 4th July, 2021. Ooh. So they called me for a meeting and they were like, here's the thing. We are well aware that you have a business. So here's our business proposition. Close your business. Write us an email of everything you bring and where you get it from. Then we are going to increase your salary to a 6 digit.
Oh, so we are now talking about stop doing your private business, earn more salary from us.
Yes.
From someone who doesn't have long-term goals in business, that one will look so lucrative.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to struggle anymore with clients.
Yes.
They'll be coming here and I'll be reporting here. I'm on a salary. It looks like a good deal for someone who doesn't have some future goals.
Yeah. So it's like, I didn't like it because for me, I felt it was a bit of a slavery aspect. And in a way, for that experience that I had with now the business, I wasn't willing, I would invested so much, I wasn't willing to walk away from it and let someone else get profit from my...
Because you have already invested a lot. And there is also the psychological investment that people really don't know about. When you are waking up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. to just ask yourself, what if somebody drops that helmet and the visor breaks? What do they do? No, that's a question, random question, 3 a.m. in the night. A lot of people don't see that part. And it is tormenting. So just waking up and deciding I'm giving it up all and I'm going... itakuwa gumu.
Yeah.
Honestly, itakuwa gumu. So you decided to...
Yeah, I decided I'm not going to do that. So actually, immediately after the meeting, I told you the business was informal. I had not registered, even though I had a location at the time. I had not registered, I had not done.
So it was just a briefcase investment.
It was just, yeah.
Just a briefcase investment.
Yeah, that was bringing some extra cash. So I walked out of that meeting and decided to register the business. So I registered it on 5th of July. Yeah, I registered the business on 5th of July. By 8th of July, I had already gotten a Lipa na M-Pesa, bank account, everything in the business name, because it was such an eye-awakening call that I don't have any future here. It was so clear from that. I don't have a future here. So I started planning for my future. Because
you are becoming a threat.
Yes.
Becoming a threat.
Exactly.
Now, here we are. COVID is there. 2021, you have registered your business. Now you decide, I'm in this full time now.
Yes, yes. So at the same time, the same month, now I decide, what else will supplement the business before I walk away from this employment that will also increase the income revenue? Because now the business is not paying my salary. I'm getting my salary from. And
you are just about
to
get out of this salary hub.
Yes. Yes.
So now into the jungle.
So I need a safety net.
You need a couple of gallons of water before you cross the desert.
I need a safety net. I need an umbrella. I need everything. So I decide to now start bringing spares. So I placed my first order of spares the same month. They were due to arrive in August. Others were due to arrive in September. So in August, I actually told them, you know what, at the end of the month, I was like, I want to.
So you did the respectable.
Yeah, I told them.
You told them?
Yeah, I told them
I'm about to quit, so I don't want to just not come to work one morning and then you're calling me only to realize I quit yesterday. I want to do the honorable thing and tell you earlier on that I might be going. Yeah,
I'm going away. I'm planning my exit. So, this particular person I spoke to was like, no, don't.
You can't go. You are an asset here.
And all that, blah, blah, blah.
All those stories are always there.
So, I stay. This is end of August. So I stay, but of course my foot is already all the way out. So September comes, and I forgot to mention, I got an accident in November 2020 with my bike.
Oh no.
On my way to Karen. So since then, I've not used my bike. So my bike was actually actively in the parking. Since then till now, we're in September 2021. So a technician, the friend of mine, was like, I know you still have your bike. There's someone who wants your bike and he's paying more. He wants to pay more than what you spent
just
on your
to
bike.
Buy it.
Yeah, because I told him it's yours and he was like, I know Nonie, I know the maintenance that bike is in, I'm sure it's in perfect condition. So I was like, okay, he wants to pay. How much is he offering? Okay. And I've not told anyone because I was not willing to sell the bike. I was so emotionally attached to the bike.
You are not even ready, even aware that the bike is on sale.
Yes. From nowhere.
These are the sales that come out of nowhere.
From nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
It was out of nowhere. So he comes through, I think, on 16th, 17th of September. Pays for the bike in full, and I'm like, okay, so now I have goods that have arrived. I can even place for more goods.
Now you have capital.
Now I have capital that I feel is enough for me to actively walk away, because at the time, at the workplace, it was so hostile. Like, can you imagine you're working somewhere, but people are like following every move you're making with a CCTV. Like, where is Nonie? Why is she not here? Like, each and every move, why are you talking to Nonie? Like, it was so petty. And on September 21st of the same year, I was over it. I was just done. I was just done. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I just can't. I was done, I was over it. That was it for me. Yes.
It was after how long?
It was like after a span of less than 5 days.
Just
from
felt-
16th September to 21st of September. It was just 5 days.
You just felt
5 days. Yeah, I was over it.
imefika mahali
It was too much.
I'm just getting it too much.
It was too much. I just couldn't. My heart was not there. It just felt so hostile. I really wanted to leave even before the month started.
So now, you're not living here technically because you want to start your own business. You had already started even long before this idea of exit was there.
Yeah.
You are actually living because of your own mental health, because now it's becoming tormenting.
Yeah, it was mental. It was actually.
It is becoming tormenting.
Yeah.
All what you need is exit. Whether my business works or not,
Yeah.
this is not an option I want to continue holding
Yeah.
to. I have been there. I remember in 2015, in 2014 I was working in a bank, you know, Chase Bank. Before Chase Bank was closed, I was working there. I started sales, business development, I was promoted a couple of few things here and there, but it got to a point I felt I'm not taking this anymore. I resigned in January of 2015 on date 26 January. I never even got the salary for January, but I quit. I was so depressed to a point I was starting to get suicidal. You see, the workplace is so hostile, competition is so tough, and it is competition with your boss. You go to a company, come like the Bike Hub, you have like 20 employees. I introduce our banks, our bank accounts, our credit cards, debit cards and stuff. I'm selling loans. I come and introduce to you as the entrepreneur in this company. Then you tell me, because I need to discuss more about this, tomorrow come with your manager. And then I book an appointment with the manager, we come here, and then you and the manager close the deal without me. And every day I'm waking up because of the money I should get from this sale. There is commission. But then you close the deal in between you and kick me out.
Yeah.
Because this manager gets more commission when they do sales. You know, they're not supposed to do sales. They're supposed to manage the salespeople. But if they go out of their way and make sales, their commission percentage is higher. So they come and pick it from you, and they go on with it. You wait 1 month, 2 months, they're just lying to you. We'll just relax, we'll tell you, Kube, it was closed last month.
Wow.
That was tormenting. I have been in places, but that one was dangerous.
Wow.
I felt, I don't think this one is going to leave me alive. I'm starting to feel suicidal. Yeah. I got into depression and I said, no, I am not going to die because of a bank job. And that was the last time I was employed. 2015, January, I quit. From that point, never received a salary. I don't even know how pay slips look like these days. Never received a pay slip from anywhere. I just decided, let me go out there like everybody else and do what I'm supposed to do. So I understand that point you're saying. You just felt, this is the highest now it can get.
Yeah.
Beyond this point, I do not know how to control it.
Yeah.
It's getting
As
to
in,
some...
I didn't even understand why I have to wake up in the morning and go to this place.
You're just waking up and you're not like, no, not again.
Yes.
The same place?
Yes.
I understand that.
It was too much for me. And I'm a person where I feel like if something is too much for me, I walk away.
You just don't want to die.
Yeah, and I don't
it.
actually care about it. Like, I remove myself from the situation. That's the best way I deal with so many other aspects. Like, I just feel like the best way to deal with such a conflict is just to walk away.
Just get out of there.
Yeah, and I'm glad I walked away. I'm really
You see,
glad
now, you should be glad you walked away because it gave birth to this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm very, very sure, even if I've not been here long before, like I know you're proud of what you have now.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a fully stocked shop, you have a whole list of clientele, online people know you, Nonie, and they just want to see what does Nonie have. And you see the garages that we have in Nairobi, there's so many.
Yeah.
And some parts are mentioned, the mechanics already have name Nonie in the head.
Yeah.
Nonie anaweza kuwa nayo. Let's call Nonie. Let's ask from Nonie. So Nonie is now a brand. Not a very small brand.
Yeah.
Maybe in the teething age, you have your own challenges. But you can be very sure, if you become consistent and continue doing what you're doing, you're going to get somewhere. You're going to get somewhere. And something else, the integrity that you have. Your name doesn't have muddy spots, as I can call them muddy spots. So you continue being good and it is going to pay back. So now, Nonie, what do you have here?
So we have cowhide leather gloves. Now with the cowhide leather gloves, I have to be very specific. It's cowhide leather.
Cowhide.
Cowhide leather.
Tunaongea mambo ya ngozi ya ng'ombe.
Ngozi ya ng'ombe, eh?
Tunaongea mambo ya ngozi
The
ya ng'ombe.
aspect with gloves, they're synthetic leather, which actually peels off over time. But now with cowhide, it's very hard. It doesn't actually peel off. Despite the exposure to any climatic condition, whether it's extreme heat or water, then it has the, the safety aspect.
Yeah, because of the sliding.
Yeah.
Actually, that slider, this slider is very, very important. For the people who ride bikes, you see this one, eh? This one is very important. It comes to this part of your hand. Because when you're going down, you will always try to stop yourself the easiest way possible. How? Put your hands down and try to break the slide and stop. Which part hits the ground?
The hand, the palm actually.
And you see, if you hit the ground, especially tarmac, with gloves that don't have the slider, what happens is you snap your hand. It will definitely snap. You break it. But with the slider helps you to slide a couple of meters until you stop. So this is the friction point, which is very, very important. Yeah. I know now some people are hearing it for the first time, but this one is a must in motorcycle gloves.
Yes, and also to mention, other than maybe, unless, for those instances where your hand doesn't break, you can actually get, our roads are very...
You can get,
a lot of
your hand. You can just
you
get
need
your
a
hand
lot of grafting to
you can get it damaged.
Repaired.
You can get it damaged.
Yeah,
and also this part, the rear part. Because sometimes you might get down and your hand decides to just hit the ground like this. So now your knuckles are the extreme edges of your hand. So now these are the ones that are going to take the beating.
Yes.
But if you have this and genuine material, because we have other gloves that are just crappy.
Yeah.
If you go down, this part just snaps off and leaves you. I leave the WhatsApp group. I'm not part of this. So leaves you and then you are exposed.
You're going.
So for this one, this is genuine cowhide.
Yeah, genuine
Ngozi ya
cowhide.
ng'ombe.
Yes.
So how much is this?
That's 6,000. The other aspect is, other than, protect you, when you're on the bike, you're the only wind protector.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of penetration with a lot of wind, and you can be exposed considering on what times you ride, whether it's early in the morning or very late in the evening. So it's really, really warm, especially if you're doing short or long distances, depending on your riding habit.
Because cold is also part of the reasons why people get into accidents. I have been riding for over 10 years and I have traveled through this country a lot. I have had instances where I have to stop the bike and just try to grab the engine. Yeah. I'm so cold. My fingers cannot even press the clutch. Wow. I cannot even throttle the bike. Wow. Because I'm so cold. There is one time in 2020 December, it was December 31st of 2020, crossing over to 2021. I decided to go and cross over the year in Kisumu. So I leave Nairobi around 6, I live around Kamete prison. So the easiest route to go to Kisumu was go to Kiligiti, Kiabu town, Karirana, you know Karirana, the tea plantations, and then get to Limuru, Nairobi Nakuru highway. Between Kiambu and Limuru, that place is cold. Temperatures get to almost negative in some seasons. I got so cold to a point I had to park the bike and try to warm my hands with the engine. Oh, wow. It was that serious because of long gloves. And remember, they were leather gloves. I had actually bought them because I wanted to cross over the year with some new set of gears. But that was a wrong choice. So I understand what you're saying about cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go down because of getting cold. Your fingers get so numb they can't even move. Yeah, you can even get hit by a vehicle as you wash it, but there's nothing you can do. You look like you are paralyzed. So good gloves are very, very important.